Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to WeVysya present WeTalk Show Season 4, Episode 38. Yes, good evening, a very good evening and warm welcome to you all for this episode. Hope you all had a fantastic day. And I know it's a mid of the week, all would be too busy being Wednesday. I'm sure, hope you all will join fast and let witness the biggest show we talk show for Vysya. Today we have an eminent personality and proud member from Dhruva, Mr. Kaushal. He himself is chartered accountant, one of the toughest exams to be considered in the world, that Indian chartered accountants, and he is through with that. And Mr. Kaushal is coming on live today. Hope you all join us and set tuned yourself to witness the fantastic We Talk show today. And please post your questions on the live chat box available on the right hand side. అండ్ అందరూ కూడా డెఫినెట్గా డిన్నర్ చేసి రెడీగా ఉన్నారు అనుకుంటున్నాము. సో లెట్స్ వెల్కమ్ టుడేస్ గెస్ట్, టుడేస్ స్పీకర్ ఆన్ అవర్ వి టాక్ షో, మిస్టర్ కౌశల్. హాయ్
Hi,
కౌశల్
sir.
గారు, ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
Pavna, sir. How about you, sir? How are you doing?
All well, great. So Kaushal Garu from Dhruva House. Just say hi to all of
Hi,
yours and a small introduction of yours.
hi, all the viewers. Nice. I mean, I thank WeVysya for the privilege to give me the opportunity to to get into the We Talk show. I've been following it since quite a long time and was eagerly waiting for my chance. To be honest,
Really
I
nice.
also enjoyed all the
We
past
talk
shows as well
shows.
and all the
Right.
entire thing how Ramesh sir does it. Yeah, thank you.
Great, Kaushal Garu. Great that I mean, it's so happy to hear a great feedback from you, and it also feels happy that you are eagerly waiting to get on to the We Talk show live. I'm sure I always say in forums that in the houses meetings you might get only 8 minutes to present yourself, but in We Talk show you will get a chance of 1 hour to talk about yourself, and you become famous overnight.
Sir, more than famous, it's about we are
Yes.
sharing how we can help the entire organization
Yes,
and all the houses,
absolutely.
sir.
And definitely, I know, no surprise that it comes from your mouth. You being a professional, definitely your services will be really helpful for all our businessmen.
True, sir.
ఒకటి అనుకుంటాము, బిజినెస్ మెన్ అంతే అంబానీ అయినా he requires a chartered accountant to file his return.
No, sir. I mean, for few things, I think I can disagree with you. Ambani is Ambani, sir. We are all just paper pushers, end of the day, to be
Right?
honest.
Ambani's return has to be filed by a chartered
That
accountant.
is that is true. Yes, sir.
Great. So that I mean to say, that is the importance of your profession,
Correct,
right?
sir.
That's an importance the entire constitution is created around chartered accountant. Until
Yes,
you
sir.
certify, doesn't matter how big he is, you guys have to certify he is big gani.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Okay, welcome to We Talk Show, and I'm sure you are one of the proud chartered accountant of ICAI.
Yes, sir.
Very few lakhs available in India, and నాకు తెలిసి లాస్ట్ 20 years లో ఎప్పుడు చూసినా గవర్నమెంట్ రిపోర్ట్ ప్రకారం ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ ఇండియా వాంట్స్ అడిషనల్ 2 lakhs CS టు మేనేజ్ అనే ఎప్పుడు అంటే ఎవర్ గ్రోయింగ్ డిమాండ్ అది ఆ
True, sir.
ప్రొఫెషన్.
True. Sir, at least now, given the current scenario, I think more than 80% of the CAs come from North India, and maybe
Right.
20. Most of the South Indians are either engineers and entrepreneurs or doctors, sir. To be honest.
Right, absolutely. Yes. I mean, 10 years, 15 years before, in
Correct.
Andhra or in South Indian states, people used to go mad for software.
Correct, sir.
అయితే ఇంజనీర్ లేకపోతే డాక్టర్ ప్రతి ఇంట్లో.
Correct. Correct.
There is no chartered accountant concept only.
Correct.
Yeah, however, it is the toughest. And at one point of time, MSET, the medical entrance and the engineering entrance has become the toughest exam because of many, I mean, the demand was huge.
Correct, sir.
I'm sure that's why it's not a surprise that North Indians have taken ahead in chartered accountant
Correct.
spectrum. But
Correct, sir.
nice, అంటే నెంబర్స్ అంటే మన వైశ్యాస్కి చాలా ఇష్టం. సో
Correct.
and I'm sure lot many వైశ్యాస్ I've seen a company accomplishing this chartered accountants a lot these days.
Yes,
And
sir.
we are so proud that you being a chartered accountant and being a member of WeVysya,
Thank you,
definitely
sir.
your subject and your knowledge and your direction will help most of our members going forward and your services going forward. Earlier, we remember that 2 years back, we had only 3 to 4 chartered accountants in our entire WeVysya gamut. I think
Okay,
today we have more than 10, I guess, across. I'm sure you all can add a very, 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 very great value to our organization in taking it forward, in guiding it
definitely,
forward, right?
definitely, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. So let's get on to the show today. Kaushal Garu from Dhruva House. Okay, can you just brief us your journey? How did you pick up this toughest stream, and how far you've been in in your
Sir,
career?
I have been practicing since around 8 years, sir, 9 years, more or less.
Amazing. Okay,
So that's how long I've been practicing. So around first 2 years, I did the normal general stuff that most of us CAs do, basic audit, taxation, all of that, sir. And then I
right.
think about 7 years back is when we as a firm, or me myself also decided to get into export import consulting is one thing that
Fantastic.
we picked up to GST refunds, GST consulting, and export import consulting is an area that we picked up that we want to be great at, is what we decided, sir. So, yeah,
Okay,
this is right now we are an office around, we have about three professionals and a staff of about 25 people, is what we have currently running. Yes, sir.
great.
We are
Amazing.
located in Bangalore itself, but
Okay,
since we are doing export import consulting, we also have an office in Delhi, sir, because a lot of liaising happens in Delhi. So we
Delhi.
have an office in Delhi and Chennai as well, sir.
Excellent. Superb.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but how did you start your career? I mean, you have set yourself to become CA when you're in schooling, or you just
Oh,
when did you envisioned about yourself?
oh, not really, sir. To be honest, I mean, I got into CA because I didn't get into IIT or an NIT. So I was basically a science student. So
Oh,
once I
nice.
realized that, I'm not going
Okay.
getting into there is when then speaking to my parents and family members, we decided saying that, okay, you can pursue your CA. Then once I got into CA, I realized entrance is a really easy thing, sir. Entrance and inter
Mm,
are pretty easy. So, sir, I mean, there's a lot of myth saying that CA is really hard. To be honest, it's just a little bit more hard work, to be honest. Just
right.
that in engineering or medicine, you have an exam every year or every 6 months. So you keep studying for them. In CA, what they've done basically is spread it out and told that, boy, guys, you can write your exams whenever you want. You can pass out whenever you want. So since they've given us that leniency, we also take it lightly and don't study. I mean, at least 70% of the students can honestly put their hand on the heart and say, okay, they haven't studied is why they have failed. Not
That's
because the exam is hard, to be honest. Yeah.
great.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was a great input actually.
Yes, sir.
More than your experience, it was a great input that it's not about the tough. You make it tough
Correct,
basically
sir. Correct.
by not preparing. You make it more tougher.
Correct.
Otherwise, the same paper you will see the topper and you will see a loser.
Correct, sir.
Right,
Definitely.
right.
Yes.
Amazing point
Yes.
to be noted from you. I mean, that great minds will have a great words like
No,
this.
no, not really. Yes, sir.
Great. Okay. I mean, had you gone into software, you would have been, me too spectrum. Like you also one of the software engineer,
Yes,
but
sir.
God's grace, because you didn't get into that, you got into the 1% of the total league of India,
Correct. Correct, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Amazing. I mean, the moment you complete your chartered accountancy course, you have a lot of companies lining up to pick you up,
Yes, sir.
and very few come into the practice. I think today now most of the recent trends, being after completing their chartered accountancy, they're working for some years and they're coming back and
Correct.
starting
No,
practice
it's hard to start in the beginning, to be honest, sir, because
because you get it's
setting
tough to
up
get clientele.
very tough to get, sir. Very tough to get.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Very nice. Okay, so how long you're into this into this?
I've been around 8, 9 to 10 years is
Yes.
how long
So
I've
when
been.
did you complete your completely
End
taking
of
your certificate?
end of 2015 is when I finished, sir.
15. Okay,
Yes.
and 1.5 year you just took
Two
some
years
time
is
to
no.
start up.
We were
Yes.
doing this, but that is when we decided saying this is an avenue that we can work in. Is when we
Work.
picked it up. Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. I mean, as and when we've seen more chartered accountants coming in,
Hmm?
as you know, we have seen recently,
Hmm?
it becomes a overall. I can put it across in this way that everyone are trying to pick up their subject. Like one is
Correct, sir.
into income tax, one is into
Correct.
central taxes, direct taxes. Someone is into
Correct.
GST.
Correct,
One is
sir.
into, like you have picked up export and import council. Uh,
Consulting. Yes, sir.
consulting. I mean, which is how will you guys come to a conclusion like that? And how do you choose this based on the demand or based on your knowledge on subject?
some background, we had already had experience while doing our articleship when we work, sir. So with that, some knowledge that we pick up here and there is when it's how we start off, sir, to be honest. Or
Okay.
depending on, maybe a client will come someday, knock on the door and saying, boss, can you help me with this? So
Right.
then we read up on that and then we help him. Then he might refer us to two more of his friends.
Okay.
Once we
Right.
figure out saying, "Ha, boy, we have around 5, 6 solid people that we can work with," is
Right.
when we also push our boundaries in that
Absolutely.
direction, sir.
So basically, the naturally the moment you get into the field, you will see the demand, and based on that, you work on it and come
Kind
back
of,
with
sir.
solutions, and that's
Yes,
how it the needs get created. Today,
yes, sir.
very few chartered accountants picking up GST. Otherwise, they're outsourcing the GST.
No, no.
No,
Most
not
CAs do
everyone.
GST, sir. Most
Yes,
CAs do GST.
most
Yes,
GST. Okay, we
yes.
very few we have seen that they don't pick up GST. They outsource and they do
Okay.
only overall taxation part.
That may be
But
probably a slightly older generation to me. I mean, I've lost all my hair,
yeah,
sir, but I'm fairly young.
great. Okay, I think all CS tend to lose hair to show the seniority.
No, no. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I mean the lesser the hair, the more knowledgeable is it.
Oh, no, nothing like that, sir.
Man, just kidding. Okay, great. Okay, so what is your expertise? You've been
Yes, sir.
saying
So
on.
basically, sir, export and import consulting is a field when I've picked it up, sir. What
Right.
I've realized is a lot of people, a lot of business people don't have a lot of idea. If they've been into business since a long time, then they'll have some idea. There are a lot of
Okay.
benefits that the government of India gives exporters or importers, sir. So
Okay.
if I can give in brief, sir, maybe 3, 4 points. What are there? There
Right.
is the first thing that we can probably explore is something called RODTP, this one benefit, that incentive that the government gives her. So
Okay.
basically, what the revenue, the Indian government tells us is, any manufacturer who's making any product, probably a pen or a laptop, if you're exporting it from India to any other country. So let us say you export 100 rupees worth of pen. So what the government basically says is, fine, you have helped build the economy, you have helped bring foreign exchange into India. So we will give you an incentive of 1 rupee. Is
Okay.
what, so around 1% to 2% or 0.5% to 2% is what benefit you get, sir. So depending on the product that you are exporting, they give you this benefit. So
Okay.
this
Fair enough.
benefit is normally given in the form of a share, sir. So it's not actual
Right.
cash that it hits your account. It's given in the
Okay. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, Kaushal Garu connection got disconnected. Uh, we have just started discussing about the subject, which is expert, and unfortunately, yes, I think yes, he's back. On just a second. Hi, Kaushal Garu. Okay, good that you're back. It got disconnected for a minute. You're not audible. Okay.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Uh,
that
it just got disconnected and you are back. Okay, but anyways, I think most of the viewers would have joined just now.
okay.
For the benefit of the viewers, we'll just recollect what has happened. Like
Okay, sure, sir.
Mr. Kaushal, I think he is expert in import and export consultation. So the viewers who are gonna start their business in expo, or they want to start their imports and exports, and who are about to start their new units in abroad, I think this is the best forum. Please post in your queries in the live chat box. We are gonna discuss a very important topic, and the most important topic. I'm sure 1,600 viewers would be members where Vivasha has it. Definitely, it will be helpful for them because all are into 90% of us into businesses. It will be very helpful for taking inputs from Kaushal today. So let's start our discussion on the subject which he's wanted to share today. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Today, I think the topics on you're discussing about this, right?
Yes, sir.
So, are we talking about the first one,
First
RODT
one. Yes, sir.
benefits?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's go ahead with what is RODTEP benefits?
So RODTP benefit is basically that, let us say you're exporting 1 lakh worth goods from India, sir. The
Okay,
government basically is happy about it, that you're bringing foreign exchange into India. You're
yeah, right.
doing some economic upliftment in India. So they give you a benefit of between 1,000 rupees to 2,000 rupees per lakh is what
Okay,
benefit that they give you, sir. So,
okay. In
and
the
this,
form of share, you said. in the
This
form of
comes in the
shares.
form of a share, sir.
Share. Okay.
So normally, what happens is these shares. So since money, actual money, has not hit your bank account, what any exporter will love is money hitting his account is what counts for him, sir.
Right.
Money is what counts for him. So basically, he sells his share to an importer, sir. Whatever
Okay.
share
Got it.
that has been generated, it gets sold to an importer. An
Okay.
importer uses it to pay his custom duty. This is
Oh,
the only purpose of this share, sir.
share. Okay.
So
So
there are
irrespective of the product, any product you
any
export,
product,
you get
yes,
an
sir.
incentive.
You get a share. That
Super.
share you can sell it to any importer.
Importer and cash it on immediately.
Cash it on, sir. So normally
And
what happens is this, for example, if you have a share worth 1,000 rupees, sir, you will
mm,
have to sell it at a discount, probably 900 rupees or 950
oh,
rupees or 960
okay.
rupees, depending on that day's supply and demand.
Okay.
So we also do trading of these shares, sir. So I buy
Okay.
from an exporter and sell to an importer.
Importer. Okay. So you
So
will, I mean, you will be helping in doing this for
yes, sir.
the, okay,
We help
correct.
end to end, sir. End to
End
end,
to
I
end.
help.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
So for every 1 lakh, government will give a 1,000 rupees share.
1,000 rupees.
1%.
1%. 1 to 2, sir.
Absolutely.
It depends on the product. If you're
Product.
making
Okay.
a niche product, then government will support you more. If you're
Okay.
making a product that's already available generally, then they will not give you that much support.
Okay.
So this is the first product, sir, what the government gives us, and this
Okay.
is for even for a courier that you send out, sir. For example, other than you sending out as a tourist that you send out, like you have your son studying in the US, sir, you send
Right.
him food, that will not get counted. But as a business transaction, if you're sending out even a smallest or the smallest item, even through Indian Post, if you send out an item, you still get this benefit. So there are a
Super.
lot of small business people like jewelry stores, boutique stores who send from India to their overseas customers small items, less in quantity but good value, sir. Like
Good
if you
value.
go
True.
to a jeweler, maybe a person is sending necklaces worth 1 crore or 1.5 crore
Right.
to their customers outside India. So all of this, as long as the money is coming in foreign exchange, government is happy to give you a push.
You're the benefit. Amazing. Okay.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good point. Okay.
So there
Irrespective
are,
of the product you say.
it, res-
Irrespective of the product.
it depends, sir. Like once, as and when we put the product HSN code, we will know what benefit we are going to get.
Okay.
So the thing is, when do the export, there are a few check boxes that we have to do when you fill up the export checklist. This
Okay.
a lot of people miss.
Okay.
So this when if we don't tick it, then we don't get the benefit.
Okay.
So this awareness is what all exporters need to have, whether it's
Need.
be it small, big, whatever, sir.
Fantastic.
So this is one, sir. So this
Okay.
is for from the exporter angle, and from the importer angle, what happens is if there are somebody who is continuously importing, sir, like India imports a lot of palm oil, lot
Right.
of sunflower oil,
Electronic goods.
electronic goods. So
Goods.
all these people have every month, sir, like like 3, 4 containers or 5 containers every month. So probably people will be ending up paying at least 3, 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs of custom duty every month for
Hmm.
every container that they get in. So they can purchase these licenses or these shares from me or from any other exporter, no matter, and
Okay.
use it to pay their custom duty. So instead of paying a 10 lakh custom duty, they can probably pay 9 lakh 50. So straight away they save 50,000 of custom duty.
Custom duty. Okay. Fantastic. Okay.
So there are a lot of people who import plastic granules, oil.
I mean, now these days, people are importing a lot of furniture even from China.
Correct, sir.
Interior designing material, everything is coming from China.
Correct. So all of these people can use this, and many of the logistics agent don't tell the importers, "Ki, sir, you can use this," because it's a little bit more work for them to fill up, sir. Fill up
Okay.
the import checklist. They'll take a little bit more time, so they don't encourage. But it's actually beneficial who has if somebody has 2, 3 containers every month.
Everyone.
So,
Absolutely.
even a 50,000 or 30,000 rupee difference in their profit and loss account will
Yes.
help them somewhere else, sir. They can give
Absolutely.
it to their employees as a
Employee.
bonus
Yes.
or
Yes. Very
something
much.
else they can do, sir.
Absolutely.
So
When you ought to get it, why to leave it?
why to leave it? Correct, sir.
Absolutely.
Correct. So for
Great.
example, like we sell to Fossil watches, to Titan watches, to Kingfisher, for example, sir. So they almost have a demand of 4 crore every 3 days, sir.
Oh,
So the demand is very high, sir.
very high.
Demand is
True.
very high. Yes. So this is the first one, sir, which we were
Absolutely.
discussing.
Superb. Yes. 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 The second one we have
Yeah.
to talk about EPCG.
EPCG, yes, sir.
Okay.
So EPCG is a scheme. which is tailor made for somebody importing or using machinery, like somebody setting up a new plant, sir, or
Land.
increasing their factory size, putting in new volume or increasing their output. So they'll probably be purchasing machinery, sir. And
Okay.
if they make a product, so this EPCG license is basically for importing of machinery
Missionary. Okay.
or
Okay.
capital goods, sir, basically.
Okay.
And what happens is the government says, guys, if you are using this particular machinery to make an export product and sending it outside India, then we will waive off the entire custom duty on this machinery if you take
Fantastic.
up this
Wow.
license.
Okay. So a rice miller importing a machine produces rice which is supposed to be export to a country.
Correct, sir.
So his customs duty will get waived off.
Entire custom duty will get waived off, sir.
Wow.
So 15% probably he can save. So if a crore of rupees is what is importing a machinery, around 10 15 lakhs probably he can save, sir.
Superb. Yeah. Super.
So this is also, and this is not only for importing of a machinery, sir. Even if he's domestically purchasing a machinery, he can
Okay.
still use this license. So the entire
Okay.
GST component will get saved. So if the
Save.
machinery has 18 lakhs of GST, entire 18 lakhs he can save.
Okay. Provided he has to export that.
Export. He has to export, sir.
Export.
Whatever rice that comes out of that particular machine, he'll have to export.
Okay. But few, I mean, a certain quantity can be exported and certain quantity can be utilized in domestic.
So the rule basically says that how much ever custom duty you are saving, six times that you will have to export.
Okay. Face.
That is
Fair
the
enough.
rule, sir.
Got it.
So if you're saving 10 lakhs worth of duty, you will have to export 60 lakhs worth of rice.
Nice. Okay.
And you get 6 years to do this. It's not
Amazing.
a year,
Really.
you get 6 years to do this, sir.
Very
So
good.
this is
Okay.
one. So a lot of people will procure machinery domestically, sir, and they'll have exports. So they will not know that they can save GST on the
GST on it.
this one, sir. And
Okay.
for example, if somebody is into mining industry, sir, all the vehicles that they purchase for JCB, all of
Hmm.
those, they can save GST on that as well, sir. So a lot of mining industry people as well use this license. On vehicles, the GST is higher, sir, 28%. So you get to
Um,
save a big amount of GST on
absolutely.
this, sir. So
Really valid point, actually. Very valid point. Okay. Quickly, we'll get on to the chat box, sir, before we get on to the point so
yes,
that we can see if any questions have come up or not.
sure, sir.
Right. Okay. Lingesh Garu is saying he has a lot of knowledge in imports and exports and why, and very good helping person. Awesome experience in meeting him and getting knowledge transferred from. Okay, great. Okay, we are getting accolades. Nice. Pavan Kumar saying Hari Om and good evening. Naveen Rattam Garu saying hello, Ramesh Garu and Kaushal Garu.
Hi, sir. Hi.
Hello, sir. Ramji Garu is saying hi, good evening, Ramesh Garu and Kaushal Garu. Good information for our business. Nice. If you have some more questions, please post Andy. Naveen Rattam Garu is saying Kaushal sir is a wonderful committed person in his field. Great. Okay. Ajinaran Garu is saying all the best, Kaushal. Great.
Thank you, sir.
So as of now, we have received more accolades than the question. So let's go ahead with the other one, the
Yes, sir.
other, right? So
Yes, sir.
advanced license, what it
Yes.
means, sir?
So this is basically for importing of raw material, sir. So,
Oh, okay,
so if somebody is importing, let us say, a shirt button, sir, and
right,
making the entire shirt in India and exporting it. So what
okay,
the government says is, since you're exporting a shirt out of India and using the button that you have imported, you don't have to pay any custom duty on the shirt button. So,
oh,
so
fantastic.
there are this works quite a bit for pharma companies, sir. So a
Okay,
lot of pharma companies import the concentrated medicine, either
hmm,
from Germany or France or China. So
the
that is not
formula,
formula, sir. So that basically comes from outside India
right,
for all good manufacturers, sir.
right,
So
right,
domestically is not available. So that comes in here. They treat the concentrated material and then they package it, they test it, do all of it, and export the final vial or test tube
right,
that comes out, injection
right,
that comes out.
right.
So there they get to save entire custom duty on whatever raw material that they import.
Okay,
So
because the government is extending because in export they get a good
foreign
foreign
currency.
exchange.
Correct, sir.
So they
Correct.
can save a lot, and that is getting
Correct.
extended due to the amazing. So
Correct.
that's why okay.
And the
I
other
think
reason also is,
try
sir,
to
because
people in pharma, if I'm not wrong, pharma
sir,
people try to companies try to outsource to India because of the low cost manufacturing, bulk drugs manufacturing,
correct, sir, correct. And the other thing also, sir, all this is happening is because in WTO rules, sir, where trade organization rules,
Right.
China pushes their customers, I mean their citizens, in a lot of indirect methods, sir. So, which is why
Okay.
India also had to resort and push its own exporters. Otherwise, we will lose out to a lot
Nothing.
of Chinese manufacturers, sir.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Like earlier, this rate was almost 5%. Now, after this new year, after 2020 kicked in, they reduced the rates. But earlier, a lot of apparel manufacturers used to have their margin entirely only in this, sir. So,
Oh.
let us say there was a 3% cashback for them. Their entire margin used to just sit in this 3%.
Oh, okay.
So it was this competitive, sir. So, which is why even
Competitive.
India has to do it. If the government doesn't push us this way, then we will not be able to
We
sustain
will
and
lose out.
support, sir.
Yes, we
We
will
will lose
lose
out.
out the competitive edge completely.
Correct, sir.
Right, right. Otherwise,
So
people can't even save out. It become more costlier.
100%. No, but once sir, you set up a plant, you spend 50 crores or 10 crores
Oh,
setting up a manufacturing plant. And then if the government is not pushing you, helping you, then you'll also say, what is the point of working, sir? That
absolutely.
same
What's the
50
point of?
crores, if you put it into FD, you will get 7% and sit at home happily.
Absolutely. You need to
Correct,
create
no?
employment, taxing, everything.
Correct. So
We are
this
helping an
is
economy in a different way, even.
100%, sir.
Absolutely.
100%. So
Nice.
even right now, it is sad that government is not pushing us more. Like after Piyush Goyal has come, all of these people have come in. They have not given the push that the country needs to get in manufacturing. To be honest, sir, like a few
Okay.
pockets have got, few maybe BJP ruled states have got, but the entire like SME sector hasn't
Hmm.
got the push that it needs.
Supposed to.
Supposed to get, sir. Definitely, because I hear a lot of complaints saying that red tapeism is a lot. They eat our head a lot. A lot of this is there, sir.
Even though most of the government say that single window system, but doesn't work out on reality, I
Doesn't
guess.
no, sir. No, no. Yeah.
Right. So entrepreneurs still continue to have difficulties in India.
What do you feel, sir, from the experience in Andhra Pradesh? Is it
Yeah, Andhra Pradesh, yes. I mean, I have the same feeling. Even though people say that single window system and everything, it doesn't work out on reality. We have to run to pillar and to pillar to post for each and every department to coordinate and do it.
got it, sir?
Horrible,
Got
horrible,
it. Yes, sir.
right? And that's only. I mean, consultants like you only can only help us to make a easier way.
Correct, sir.
What completely waived off, but at least things will be easy.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Consulting you experts like you.
Correct.
Okay. So
And all of
let's.
these, one more thing to say, sir, all of these schemes can also be used, like, let us say you are a sub manufacturer, sir. Okay.
Hmm,
You can push it to
okay.
somebody and they can export it. That will also count as a benefit for us.
Super.
You can even do a third party export and get these benefits.
Absolutely. I think we have our own members who gonna start or you're already in exports and imports. Definitely
Yes.
can get benefited with all these inputs,
100%, yes, sir.
or they must be experiencing already.
Most
Absolutely.
probably, yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about this
M-
MOOWR.
Yes, sir. So MOWR is a new scheme that has come in around 2021, sir.
Okay.
So after finding the EPCG scheme and the advanced license scheme, people started getting a little bit confused and overwhelmed with all the regulations. So what
Okay.
the government said is, we'll give you a one-time license called MOWR, mover. So basically, once you take that registration, sir, you can import whatever you want. You can domestically procure whatever you want. Whatever you import, you don't have to pay custom duty at the point of import, sir. Whether you procure raw material, import raw material, or capital goods, you
Okay.
don't pay any custom duty. Only if
Okay.
you domestically clear those material. Like let us say you purchase a sewing machine, sir, for
Hmm.
stitching something in the shop, and then after 6 months it's not working. You decide to sell it within India itself to
Okay.
somebody else in a different state or whatever. Then at that point you'll have to pay the custom duty on the sewing machine which you have purchased.
Oh,
So
okay.
as long as it sits in your factory in that designated area, you don't have to pay a single rupee of custom duty on whatever you import.
Okay.
Doesn't matter whatever. You can do whatever you want with it within your factory. Not a single rupee of custom
But the
duty.
day when you decide to sell it off, then you have to pay
If you sell it within India, sir. If
within
you sell
India.
it, if you sell it outside India, again there is no problem.
Okay.
There is no custom duty to be paid at all. But
Okay.
within India, if you sell it, is when you have to pay the earlier custom duty, whatever you have saved on that.
So, oh. Nice.
So this is a new scheme that they have brought in, so that people don't have to think about what rules, all that. None of it is there. You just a single window. You just go take the registration, one time registration, and then you're done, sir. So
Superb.
a few
Very
people
nice game.
opt for this scheme as well
Yeah.
because they don't know what they're planning for. They don't know, raw material might come in, what might come in. They're not yet sure. So
Right.
they said, TK, why do we have to take a single license? Why don't we just take this scheme and then? So this is for somebody where it is regular, sir, saying they know that regularly, day in, day out, I'm only into exporting. So I don't have to, because EPCG license and advanced license are all for each machinery or for a set of machinery or for each input is what you'll have to claim.
Absolutely.
So, for
Very nice.
example, if you're, for example, sir, if you're getting 1 liter of concentrated medicine, you'll have to
Right.
take license for each time that you import.
Okay.
But in Mover, they've said, put all that away and said, you guys, you can do whatever you want. Just that you follow the rules and stay within that boundary, is what they have told us, sir.
So they have streamlined EPCG
Yes, sir.
in
Both.
mover scheme.
Yes, sir. So EPCG and advanced license has been clubbed together into Mover scheme.
Movers. Oh,
So that,
fantastic. Super. Okay.
so
What happens, sir, if you do an agri exports, like say onions and potatoes, and
correct, correct,
or if any good vegetables or fruits, if you have to export?
correct, sir.
I mean, what happens here? You have to.
You will have to just check the HSN code, sir. Depending on the
Okay.
code in which you're sending, you can get some benefit for sure, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Will it be considered as a separate zone for agri exports? Because as there is no tax in India also
correct,
and GST,
correct, sir.
do you still carry the same benefits what other products also gets?
No, it's all based on each product has its own rate. So
Right.
depending on that rate, we get the benefit,
We can get. Okay.
blanket benefit, sir. That's about it.
Okay.
So for each item, and they keep changing it, sir, depending
Okay.
on what they decide.
This
Internally,
because and they have to look at the local economy, demand and supply.
they do, sir. So, for
Absolutely. Yes.
example, if no, like you're making saffron, for example, sir, and
Right.
nobody else in India is making saffron, then they will want to give you a push and they'll give you a higher rate.
Higher
But
rate.
if
Absolutely.
every street in India is making 1 kg of onion, then they'll say we don't need to push onion anyhow.
Push on and automate.
Already it's there, sir. So that's how
Yes.
it is, sir.
It is. Yeah. Based on your local demand and supply also.
Yes, sir.
Right. So basically, for any businessman, all this happens provided you start with your import and export license first.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
What if I mean just for the benefit of the viewers or the
Hmm. Hmm.
startups,
Correct.
what happens if he has started a plant and he just till now he is relying only on the domestic market. Now he wants to
Correct.
explore the other markets. The first thing what he will do, he has to do. I
Sir,
mean, can we
if
explore
he,
on that five
yes, sir.
minutes? On,
If he wants to step out of India, is what he's targeting, sir.
right.
The first step probably that he can take is there are a few websites, sir, which give out the export information. So
Okay.
basically, they give you information as to, like, you can pick and choose. Sir. For example, you are making a laptop, sir, and
Right.
you feel your target customer are in the US. So
Right.
basically, you can give this website saying, guys, I am looking for customers in the US who are purchasing this kind of laptop. I
Hmm.
want to know at what price they're purchasing, how much quantity they have purchased, who are these people. So you'll get their address, you'll get recently what quantity they have purchased, at what price they have
Oh,
purchased.
complete information in
So
the
you get the
website.
complete information. So
Superb.
so
Okay.
you can even get last 6 months how many have they purchased, last 1 year how many have they purchased. So all
Okay.
of this information is available, sir.
Okay.
So with this, you can, ideally what one can do is, if what they're making is not that expensive, sir, they can send out samples to probably 10, 15, 20 customers.
Customers. Absolutely.
So like I had a client who makes nicotine pouches, sir. He was setting up a factory in India. So what he said is he sent out, about 5, 10 boxes to around 50, 60 people, some in Dubai, some in America, some in Australia.
Okay.
He just sent out, sir, saying
Okay.
you
Okay.
free of cost. I mean, nothing else to do.
I
You
think, yeah.
just message them saying that we are sending you a sample. We would
Samples.
like you
Yeah.
to try it. We would like you
Absolutely.
to try it and give us feedback. Are you
Okay.
happy with it? What? So in that way, at least one person will give you some. Not even one, sir. At least 10 people will give you a feedback. One person will show some interest,
Absolutely.
saying, or he'll at least connect you to somebody else who might want
Yes.
your this one. So that is when you pick and choose, sir. And all of this is payable, sir. So you pay a website, and then he'll give you this information on a pay per view basis.
Super. Okay.
But it's worth
It's not
exploring,
that.
sir.
Yes. Okay.
So if you have a decent amount of capital, instead of marketing and doing cold calling, you can actually look at where the product is going, and then
I
find
mean,
out 10, 20 people who use it over there.
absolutely,
And
because
then,
you'll avoid a lot of steps and directly reach your customers.
correct, sir.
Yes.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. So that's when once he choose to supply to that country, then he has to apply
Correct.
for license.
Correct. Along with this, there are a lot of export councils within India itself, like
Okay.
Handicraft Export Council, for example, which Ramesh sir heads from Dhruva sir. Like
Okay.
South India Handicrafts Council, he heads it entirely.
He heads it down.
Yes,
On.
sir. This apparel councils are there, pharma councils are there. So a lot of export councils. You can approach them as well, and they'll have some customers with them. They'll have a list of people who have shown interest in some item. So
Okay.
even they will also help you out, sir. But they will not have all this data as to who has purchased what item at what price.
But they can
So
help us with the documentation.
they can help you with documentation, and some customer base they'll try to keep you in
That's
touch with. But I'm not sure how helpful that is, sir. Here you have the proper target ready with you, sir, saying that, see, if you can't meet somebody's price, then no point pitching to him also. Like if there's a huge difference gap
right.
between what you are selling and what somebody else is selling, then
Right.
if you can't match, like if I want to go sell to Walmart, for example, sir,
Right.
I can never match the price at which Walmart procures. I mean, even whatever quantity I have to think of a huge quantity then.
Absolutely.
And right now I'm not in that place, then no point approaching Walmart.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
that way, sir. So that way.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
there are quite a few export exhibitions that keep happening throughout the country in almost all capitals, sir. So even
Right.
those probably we should keep visiting, so that you just meet one of somebody and then something will click. All it
True.
takes is one click somewhere, sir.
Absolutely.
Once that happens, you know how to run your machinery, how to run your cycle within India. So all you need is one person to pick you up from outside and say, boss, do this for me, and then it will work, sir.
Great. Okay. So let's move on to the separate topic. Again, the
Yes,
other
sir.
topic, SEZ and EOU.
The SEZ and EOU are pretty straightforward, sir. It's all for big manufacturers. Like EOU is something where they again get many benefits, where their investment should be more than a crore of rupees, is when you get a EOU permission.
Okay.
Is how is that. SEZ are all already, government already saying this area is a SEZ area. You can go set up your factory over there.
Okay.
EOU is where you can call your wherever your factory is. It can be called a EOU. So
EOU.
both of them are all the same benefit, but SEZ you have to go to where they have asked us to go.
Okay.
EOU they will come to you, sir. So
SEZ, we have a lot of benefits in you getting a subsidized rates as a in lands.
correct, sir. Correct. So
Yes.
those
Yes.
some of it are there.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that compliances we help in doing, sir. So we help set up a EOU, or if
EOU.
somebody wants
Okay.
to set up an SEZ, yes, sir.
SEZ.
The
Okay.
next one is a little interesting, sir, which is
Restricted.
restricted commodity license and TRQ, sir.
Okay.
TRQ is also tariff quota and restricted commodity license. So basically, restricted commodity license was I mean, a new one that people would have known is because when India was fighting with China, sir, we wanted to reduce our imports from China of
Okay.
electronic equipment. So what the
Okay.
government said is, to each person will give out a license as to how much quantity they can import from China. So they didn't pinpoint the country China. They said from anywhere in the world. As
Okay.
long as you import any computer equipment or computer hardware from outside India, the government wants to first know from whom are you importing, how much quantity you are importing. And they said,
Okay.
and to push domestic, they said, ki, okay, in a year, if the entire country uses 1 crore of laptops, we will restrict imports of to only 60 lakhs. The balance 40 lakhs people have to pick up domestically.
Oh, superb.
Keeping
Okay.
this in mind, they said we will give out limited licenses. So each person can only import X amount of quantity.
Okay.
This was what is a restricted commodity. So they said you apply for a license saying this type of computer, this kind of hardware you're importing. Based on that, we will give you approve or decline your license.
Okay.
So a lot like HP, all these big companies were suddenly stuck, sir, because all their imports happens from China and then they sell it over here. A lot
Absolutely.
of it. So they
Right.
said, so then the government removed this, but it is still there for some items now also,
Okay.
saying
Just
where.
to promote Indian companies to manufacture rather than importing the.
Correct,
Yes.
correct. And the next one is TRQ, sir, where the government said, Similar to restricted commodity, they said you all of you come, give in your request. For example, this is very prevalent in gold. So they said gold, if the normal custom duty is 6% or 7%, we will give you 1% discount on the custom duty.
Okay.
And you tell us saying you're going to procure 200 kgs of gold, 100 kg of gold, whatever. Based on that, we will give you 1% discount on custom duty.
Okay.
This is one scheme that they came out with. This is one is specifically to gold. Then it came for tires. So it keeps coming on and off, sir. It's not a permanent this one, but it is on and off. So
Which
gold,
is, I mean, from where, which country we generally import highest gold, sir?
I think from Middle East only, sir. A lot of
Middle East.
gold comes from Middle East.
Middle East. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you have to pay customs duty when you get
Yeah,
in.
you have to pay 7% custom duty. So using this license, they can pay 6% custom duty. So 1% they get to say.
TRQ license.
Yes, sir. TRQ license, they get to say 1% of custom duty.
Okay. How much it charges to get a license?
So there is some amount of liaising cost that we'll have to spend in Delhi. But if
Okay.
somebody is doing it in decent volume, it will work out, sir.
Okay.
It
You
will
can
work
save a
out.
lot.
So 1% for a gold person is very happy, sir. Even if he drops 10 kgs of gold in India, within a week or 2 weeks, he'll sell it off.
Sell it. Right.
So
Right.
he doesn't have to worry, to be honest.
What happens with the small, I mean, small players in gold? Like we talk about the
Correct.
biggest brands, definitely to supply to all their stores itself, they will import a huge gold. Like
Correct, sir.
what will happen to the smaller players who
Even,
doesn't
sir,
have that exposure
right
to the
now,
export and import?
right now, gold is a crore rupees per kg, sir, more or less.
Hmm.
So 1 lakh, if you're saving, anybody will be happy, sir.
Right.
So, I
Absolutely.
mean, 1 kg is what even a small player pick up, sir. Anybody in Vijayawada, Bangalore,
Right.
Hyderabad, I
Right.
think any store will have at least 5 to 10 kgs of gold because
Gold. Right. Right.
so it
So
is
everyone, I mean, everyone will. You mean to say every gold shop owner will try to import, or he will buy directly
no,
from
normally
Mumbai
they
or
buy directly, sir. They buy
from
directly from
Mumbai?
locally they purchase, sir.
So
Like
what is the
very,
impact if they buy locally? I mean, what is the tax they need to pay?
they have to pay normal GST, sir. Domestically,
Normal
since they're
GST.
procuring just normal GST,
Okay.
but internationally, if they procure, then they'll get a benefit. The thing
Benefit.
the domestic people are scared of is the exchange rate fluctuation. So if I buy it today at a higher
Right.
rate, and tomorrow if it falls, I am stuck with that this one.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
so
this is that's exactly this way the point I'm coming to.
yes,
They
sir.
might not have that exposure of managing, the exchange rates. That's why
Correct.
they locally buy. The smaller jewelers will buy from
Locally,
bigger
correct.
cities.
Correct, sir. But they, sir, since most jewelers have anywhere between 8 to 12% of making charge,
Charge.
it will get absorbed somewhere. But sir, all it takes is a little bit of planning, sir. Even if
Yes.
3, 4 people get together and one person purchases it, that
Yes.
benefit can be equally shared.
Sure.
There is no
Absolutely.
problem, sir. So all it requires is a little bit planning, a little bit of exposure, sir. Saying that
Okay.
something like this exists. So even let us say in some peak demand season they require, then
Right.
they can see and use that small benefit.
Absolutely. So
So
one requires great planning for
yes,
all
sir.
this technical stuff.
Yes, sir.
Great, amazing inputs, sir. Superb. I think people are watching who are watching definitely would have got enlightened with your inputs today. Amazing inputs. So
Yes, sir.
the last but not the least, but the important subject is that subsidies you are talking about.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah.
subsidies, for example, recently we had food ministry gave a subsidy, sir, saying
Okay.
that up to 35 lakhs we will give you a subsidy. Almost 35% of whatever machinery you're putting
Hmm.
up to 5 crore we'll give you a subsidy. So
Oh.
so this was a and they said only for food industry, sir.
Okay.
And they set out a few conditions, but it's something that was available. So if somebody is setting up a new factory, you can take up this subsidy and use the benefit. So 50, 60 lakhs is a very good money, sir, for anybody.
Right.
And
Right.
any factory nowadays will require at least 10, 15 crores of investment because all of us want to make a quality product.
Quality product and large scale.
Large scale, sir. So even medium scale also will require, sir. I mean, no matter
Yes.
what. So
Yes.
this way subsidies keep coming and going, sir. So as and when if somebody is setting up something new or wants to expand, before putting in the money, we can plan. So for example, this food subsidy what had come in, the rule was you will have to have a loan. You can't do it only with own funds.
Right.
So some rules are there, but before somebody just okay, Tika, I already have 5 crores with me. Why do I have to take a loan, do this and do that? Let me just put my own money and do it. Rather than that, they can just take a week off sit, figure out at least if what benefits are available, and then pick and choose, sir. So that something or the other will be there, sir. Right
Absolutely.
now, with manufacturing, government is trying to push little bit at least, saying
Yes.
that fine, we'll give a push here, we'll give a push there. So some benefit we can grab, subsidy or some interest subvention scheme. So all of this we can get.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Superb. But then, sir, today the scenario is most of the businesses are getting registered in MSME,
Correct, sir.
right? MSMEs,
Correct.
either to take the benefits of it or the kind of loans are available for MSMEs with the lower interest, subsidized interest rates.
Correct.
Apart from that, what else the benefits can be seen for MSMEs in future?
I don't think Nirmala Sitharaman is anywhere interested in MSME, sir. I don't
Okay.
think she wants to push MSMEs in any way, to be honest. All
Okay.
she's looking is for like maybe some sectors definitely they are giving a push, but overall across the broad spectrum, I find more complaints than people being happy.
Okay.
So yes, sir. MSME, I mean, we are getting a benefits with respect to interest rate benefit you are getting, sir, and
Yes, yes. I
maybe
think
back.
that's the only thing as a MSME owner level.
Correct.
What benefit we got is that we are our whenever we apply loan, our processing fees is getting waived off to 1%
That
for
is
MSME certificate, and we get Mudra loans up to
correct.
10 to 20 lakhs. That's the only as of
But sir, for
my knowledge is
any
available.
no sir, but any person having any medium size trader, sir,
Right.
10 lakhs or 20 lakhs is not sufficient for anything, sir.
Absolutely. Yes.
Sir, he will have a stock of at least 60, 70 lakhs or a crore of rupees, sir.
Right. Right.
So and that will turn for at least 3 months or 2 months.
Right.
So he will definitely require more working capital.
Right.
Otherwise, he will not be able to sustain and push.
Absolutely. Right.
So I think hopefully we should expect a little more push. Let us wait and see, sir. Other
Absolutely.
thing is probably if you go to a backward area, but all of these backward area subsidies are all is for a slightly bigger investor, sir. For a slightly bigger factory that wants to set up, will take that risk of going somewhere. When all of us are settled in cities or tier two towns or tier one towns, we
Yeah.
will not have the risk wherewithal to go to a backward area, set up something, and see how it will work out, sir.
Right.
So we are all around us. What we can do, what best
Right. Right.
we can grab is what we look at.
Absolutely. Great.
To be honest, yes, sir.
Super. I mean, for the most of our members also would be, as you said, MSMEs.
Correct,
One way of looking at is working capital is what the concern is. The way
correct,
you manage your working capital, the way you manage your payments and receivables.
correct, sir.
To manage that, we will people go for working capital to either for expansion. Also, they require huge capital,
Correct,
right?
sir.
But
Correct.
then, do we have any exploration techniques for IPOs?
Yes,
Being
sir.
an MSME, how can he go for
Sir,
local IPOs or listing?
right now SME IPOs are a big thing, sir. So as a firm, we also are into listing of SME IPOs. The first thing I will say about SME IPOs
So
is
before we going, SME and MSME are both the same.
no, MSME is smaller, sir. SME is in IPO sector. It is the smallest IPO. SME
Okay,
sector.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Right,
So SME IPOs are basically what I suggest is, sir, if somebody really requires funds where they think that picking up money from the public is required, only
right.
then I suggest to go into SME IPO, sir. So
Okay,
what how it works is basically we need to have a merchant banker. So somebody stands up and says, "Ki, ठीक है, I will support you guys. So even if public does not pick up your shares, I will pick up your shares and support the SME IPO basically," is
okay,
what they say, sir. So for that, what happens is there are certain rules are saying that within the last 2 years we should have a profit is one rule that we should be having. Then I can't, take loans from the public and repay the loans to the promoters. That's a rule
okay,
that is there. So if
okay.
you already put in around 50 lakhs into your company and you say
Right.
I'll pick up 3 crores on the market and pay back my 50 lakhs, it will not work out.
Okay.
So if somebody who's really making a good product and is required of funds where bank is not funding him or he's not able to get angel funding is a person who can go into SME IPO
Okay.
is what I suggest, sir. An
Superb.
SME IPO between 10 to 20 crores they can easily lift as long as somebody else buys their story, buys their production, buys their factory, their customers. If they're able to believe that story, sir, saying that I can trust this person who's going to, because all of them whoever put money into SME IPO want to sell out and make a profit.
Right.
Nobody is there with a long term
People
investor
are playing a valuation game in this.
valuation game. But if you're genuinely good, then it's a good place to be, sir, right now, because a lot of money is flowing into IPOs. A lot of young people want to put money into mutual funds, into shares. So if they hear some story saying that somebody's SME IPO became double, they'll put money into your SME IPO also.
Oh, very nice.
So
Sir, can we, I mean, as a healthcare provider, can we go for SME IPO?
we
Like
can, sir. We
we
can.
have a hospital chain of say three, which is about 200 bed hospital chain.
Okay.
So can we, are we eligible to go for an SME IPO?
We are, sir, but as a three hospital chain, why you better to pick up funds from an angel investor, sir.
Because we need to give a stake to them. Rather, we want
Even
to give
here,
a,
you will also give out stake, no, sir. Even in IPO also, you will
yeah,
have to offload shares. It is not going to come free of cost. At least if you have a venture capitalist or an angel investor,
okay,
he will provide you direction or he'll provide you even the marketing inputs. Sir. Like he'll link you up with a different bigger chain, where
okay,
which can help you market or get you patients from out of India.
okay,
Is what you can look for, sir.
okay.
And
Do you help in such getting angel investors also in assisting?
we do help, sir. We do help.
Okay, okay,
We do help. But it's a very tight market, to be honest, sir, because he will come
absolutely.
listen to your story. As long as our storytelling is good, as long as our base numbers are good, sir,
Right,
it's a good place to raise funds, sir. Because even we should not get into a situation where we want to cheat somebody else, saying
absolutely,
that I took money from him, and then tomorrow I will. There are a million ways for us to clean the money from our books.
absolutely.
So we also have to keep up the same trust.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Keeping aside angel investors, if you have to go for an IPO, it's possible, right?
It's
Healthcare.
possible. Yes, sir. Yes,
Possible.
yes.
For that, the basic thing is you require a merchant banker who can support, back you up.
Yes, backup, yes, sir. So that we help with. So we have merchant bankers who listen to what pitch we give, and then if he's happy with what we say, if he's satisfied, then he'll back us up. There is no problem. And the costing probably will come to around 10-11% of whatever money we raise, sir. So if I'm raising about 3 crores or 5 crores on the market, about 50-60 lakhs is what we'll have to spend for all of this.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
So major chunk goes even there,
It goes, yes, sir. But he's supporting you, know, sir. Like he's
right?
getting you the this one. And once
Yes.
you're an SME IPO, you get pan India exposure. Like anybody you can go tell saying, "Boss, I'm an IPO. I'm listed on the market."
Market.
So that
Your
way,
visibility goes up. Your
visually goes.
goes
Yes,
up. Yes.
yes,
Yes. Super. Excellent. Amazing inputs.
yes, sir.
Okay, but when you look at that, the functionalities of all of members,
Correct, sir.
basically 80% would be in trading.
Correct.
I would say 60% would be in trading, 30% would be manufacturing and trading, and 10% would be complete manufacturers in our entire gamut of our 2,000 members.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, when we have to address these crowd, and definitely the inputs what you've shared on the available resources to promote the export and imports, yes, amazing, valid points. But for most of the the junk of our people like who are into trading,
Yes, sir.
what are the benefits you feel that from a government side, or what are the benefits available at this point of time to expand? Say, if you have to expand for the entire three states, four states, internally in the economy itself, what are the benefits? Just a brief on it.
I am honestly, I have not seen anything that pushing from anybody, sir. To be
Anybody?
honest,
Okay. Okay.
probably is you can try to go to the industrial area. Like in Bangalore, you have 3-4 specified industrial areas, sir, where they ensure saying we'll give you 24 hours power supply, we'll give you water whenever you want. If you are a food manufacturer, we'll give you gas, 24 hours availability of gas.
Yeah. Okay.
Logistic park is what they'll help you with.
Right. Right.
This is what nothing
Apart from the subsidies on the land, on the loans, or
nothing more, sir.
infrastructure, nothing else is
Nothing else that
available
I
for
have come across, to be honest, sir. No.
to observe it. Okay. Great.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Great, sir.
Yes,
Amazing, Kaushal Garu. It
yes.
was a fantastic input session today. I learned a lot from you today.
Thank you, sir.
Some of the terminologies we haven't heard, which you have, today you shared. and within the available time, you really put it across in a very subtle way, and the way
Yes,
people
sir.
should understand.
Correct,
And
sir.
I'm sure the kind of vision what our founder Anil Gupta Garu has created, and one of which the vision is Import and Export Council, and the team is already formed. People who wants to start exporting, who want
Correct.
to explore the overseas markets. I'm
Correct.
sure you also been, I think, would be the backbone for that council,
Yes, sir.
and will try to take your inputs and make it ahead. Great, great,
Definitely, sir.
great,
Definitely.
for a great show, and
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you. And we thank you on behalf of We Talk Show that for today
No,
you joining and enlightened us with your great inputs.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
Super.
giving me the opportunity. I
Absolutely,
thank WeVysya also as an organization, sir. It has
yes,
done a lot with respect to over the last 3 years that I've been with the organization. I've had
yes.
an amazing experience, sir. Yes,
Your journey in Andhra House, it's been 3 years.
3 years, yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay, so who has given you? Who has introduced Vivai to you?
It was one of my classmates from school, sir.
Oh,
He was
nice.
into he was a tours and travels person, so he introduced me to WeVysya. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what motivated you to get into Vivai?
The first meeting that I attended also gave me a lot of, the number of deals that were shared, links that were shared, and the
Right.
friendship between all the members was very, very good, sir. So it all felt like, one big family who were sitting,
Family.
talking, and
Yeah.
sharing their experiences.
That's the magic of Vivai. Great.
Definitely, sir. Yes.
And definitely we would have no, I mean, we wouldn't have seen the kind of professionalism we carry here in any other organizations,
Definitely not,
community
sir.
level organizations.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing. Great. Good, good. So your journey in Vivasha, are you taken any management position to help people in,
Oh, no, not yet, sir. I will take it up.
okay, so about your family, personal life?
I'm married, sir. So yeah, and then I live with my parents. All of us born and brought up in Bangalore, sir. Basically.
Bangalore. Okay.
So my parents are from Andhra Pradesh, but yeah, born and brought up
Yeah.
here.
The roots of Aisha are from Andhra Pradesh, so
Yes,
definitely
sir.
would be. Okay. So you speak Kannada or Telugu
Telugu, sir,
in
Telugu.
it?
Intro Telugu, sir.
Okay, very nice. So, how about your family and siblings?
Oh, I have one sister, sir. She's a doctor. She's
Wow.
settled in Chennai.
Okay,
So yeah, and my brother-in-law and my sister, both of them work in Glen Eagles Hospital in Chennai, sir. Basically,
superb. Okay,
yes, sir.
very nice. So, you stay with your parents,
I stay with my parents. Yes, sir.
and father is into business or?
He's also a CA only, sir.
Oh,
So yeah.
fantastic. Okay. So, the legacy has started from there, even. Great, great.
Yes, sir.
Superb. Thank you for
Thank
sharing all your professional and personal matters too. And I'm
thank you, sir.
sure everyone would have definitely would have got benefited with your inputs today. And it was a great show. And thank you
Thank
for
you, sir.
sharing.
Thank you once again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Yes,
joining.
yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm sure, just a minute. I'm sure our viewers definitely please contact our member Kaushal Garu from Dhruva team for all the inputs related to export and import. His number is getting scrolled on the screen, which is 80506 51242. I repeat it, 80506 51242. Please ping him directly for any kind of related doubts. I think he would be really happy to help our viewers.
Definitely, sir.
Definitely.
Anything with respect to manufacturing, any subsidy, I'll
Yes.
help them out as much as possible. There is
Absolutely.
no doubt.
So sweet of you. So great of you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, sir.
And again, we had a very fantastic and enlightenment talk today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good night.
Good
Yes.
night, sir.
Okay, viewers, Chushar Kada We Talk Show Season 4, Episode 38 is so knowledgeable on export and import. A lot of things to learn. I hope members definitely would have taken a huge, learning today with this session. And yes, so we came to the end of the show. Uh, uh, let's meet up again with a new moderator, new guest, with a co-moderator tomorrow in episode 39. Thank you for watching with so much of patience today, and hope you're enjoying, and take care. Good night for this day. Thank you.